Hello, welcome to SHE-preneur Stories series, an initiative by 46XX that brings to light story of a woman entrepreneur per episode that might just cheer, inspire, aid and benefit you on your entrepreneurial journey. Today, let's listen in to the story of SMRITI GOEL, an executive and life coach and founder of the Coaching Anchor, which she founded in 2018. You may read more about her accomplishments in the description box. Listen in to learn more about as to how did she get to where she is today. Originally from Uttar Pradesh, Smriti and her family relocated a lot as her dad was in the state judicial services and had to move every 3 years. She was born in the small city of Hardoi in Uttar Pradesh and was brought up transiting through 5 different schools across cities in the state. She graduated in 1986 from Miranda House, Delhi University and completed her MBA in 1988. But this relocation did not stop even after she got married and had kids. In all, she has lived in 19 different locations worldwide. Currently, she stays in Hyderabad with her husband. Her 2 grown-up children stay and work abroad. Her daughter is a veterinary doctor in Boston, USA, and her son works with a premier management consulting firm in Johannesburg, South Africa. She is the youngest of 6 siblings and grew up in a circle of love. Being from a service class family, they had limited means, but it never felt like they were missing out on anything. They always had each other to play with in school holidays and relied on each other for life's lessons. Since she studied in 5 different schools growing up, she learned early in life to adapt to new places and new environment. She learned when to practice reserve, when to be forthcoming, and hence never had any difficulties making friends in new places. She was pretty good at certain subjects like mathematics, and so she pursued her undergrad in mathematics honors. The real transferable skill she took from it was that every problem has a solution, and it's important to focus on the solution rather than the problem. Also, observing the trials and tribulations of her elder siblings while they were growing up sensitized her to human nature quite early in life. Growing up, she only wanted 4 things in life: to learn to dance, to drive, to swim, and to be working. It was only after both her kids were born that she made time to learn swimming and driving. She then taught them to her children as well. She always found ways to do something purposeful whenever in a new place and situation. If getting a job immediately was not an option, she would quickly enroll in a course to get ready for when the opportunity may surface. She takes pride in the fact that despite so many restarts, she is practicing a profession which she is passionate about. Learning a classical Indian dance was an aspiration which Smriti fulfilled through her daughter, who trained in Bharatanatyam for many years. Lately, Smriti has enrolled in Kathak classes and is enjoying learning this difficult but beautiful dance form. Smriti is an eternal optimist. Her strong streak of being independent and resourceful in any situation made her fulfill her dreams, big or small. Every time she relocated to a new place, she has relocated 10 times across 6 countries since she got married 28 years ago. Stabilizing her family took priority. And to make up for the loss of continuity in her career as a learning and development professional every time she moved, she kept learning new skills in her desired field and expanded her network. She reinvented herself to be ready to meet the opportunities that may present themselves at her new location. Irrespective of disappointments, Smriti never gave up, believing that things will happen in due course. At every turn in her life, she found a small or big purpose to carry her through difficult times. Smriti always wanted to branch out on her own, to be a motivational speaker and connect with people across the globe. She has had such a rich experiential journey and gathered so many skills with her checkered career that it would have been such a shame to waste any of it. She believed she had the skills, the experience, the qualification, and the talent to make difference to people in so many different ways. She recognized that there was a need and wanted to do her bit. Finally, in 2018, at the age of 50, Smriti resolved to put her career first and ventured into entrepreneurship with the aim of shaping leaders and inspiring individuals by bringing world-class concepts with a local construct to her client's doorstep through her firm, The Coaching Anchor. The Coaching Anchor works with leaders and individuals to enable them to access their power within to deal with the challenges of change, transition, unfulfilled desires and ambitions. Till date, the Coaching Anchor has worked with over 25 corporate clients, comprising of multinational corporations, Big Four consulting firms, mid-sized companies, and around 700 individual clients. It has impacted the lives of more than 2,500 people, 60% of whom have been women. Smriti will now give us a peek into what her entrepreneurial journey has been like.
Hi, I'm Smriti Goel, a life coach and executive coach, an NLP master practitioner. I live in Hyderabad with my husband who works in a company here. I have 2 grown-up children who work abroad. I'm a yoga enthusiast. I love to walk. And I run a consulting firm here based in Hyderabad under the brand name The Coaching Anchor. So after having moved to the 19th location in my life, having given up yet another job, I was at a crossroads once again. I didn't know what to do with my time. My children were not around. My husband was busy. I was in a new city, didn't know many people. And so it took a lot of soul searching. And I was almost at the point of giving up, thinking that, okay, you know what, maybe I've done enough. It's okay. And then the thought struck me that I have so much experience, so many skills, rich exposure to, different continents. And I have the skill to transfer all this learning that I have to other people. And I also remembered in my lamentations to my neighbor, I had decided that once I turn 50, I'm going to set up my own venture, use all my experience and be independent, have autonomy and set up my own venture. I decided to launch it with an open program for women, which had been on my mind for many, many years. So the program, the signature program that I have called Mind Over Matter, it's for women, any woman, and it's inspired from my own journey. And it's one of the best programs I've designed, because when I launched it, it was so transformational that I knew that I was onto a good path. And then I won a contract with an for executive coaching with one of the Big Fours. I did corporate leadership programs. So the word spread. By word of mouth, people got to know, people whom I interacted with socially got to know. And then I was invited on International Women's Day to speak, at a forum. And also Mrs. Telangana pageant, they invited me to be the life coach for their participants. So like that, many opportunities came, and I knew that I was on the right path. It took a lot of courage to say that I will set up my own consulting in a new city with no direct connections. I mean, the question on my mind was, who's going to hire my services? Who knows me? Who knows what I have done? So, but then I had to put the questions aside, and I wanted, there was a worthy cause. I wanted women to know that it's possible to live to your fullest potential. So when I had that worthy cause in my mind, that gave me, energy to work on it. And I went and so I marketed the program for 3 months. So I went and spoke at forums, got people enlisted into the program, created networks, joined networks of coaches and trainers, got to know people. People didn't know me, but I made sure that I, went and created some visibility for myself. I collaborated with other trainers and worked with them, sometimes worked at lower rates. In the last 3 years, I've learned how to do social media marketing. I wrote on LinkedIn, wrote articles. First time I wrote, it took me 3 months to turn out an article, and now I can write it in a couple of days. So, as you start working, you hone your skills. I learned how to do Facebook advertising. I set up my own website. I learned how to do it myself. So I had to learn many new skills. Also, when you're working in a job, you always have a team supporting you. Now it was just me and a one man army. So after a while, when the work increased, I hired interns to make sure that I wasn't doing that I could focus on the main work, which is designing and delivering, and being putting my thoughts out there in the form of thought leadership. So, and sometimes it feels difficult, but it's all worth it in the end. My biggest support in this whole journey has been my husband. Uh, he's very supportive. He has a world of corporate experience, so I'm able to bounce ideas off him. Also, I have a great network of friends and colleagues from all over the world, and I choose different people for different things. So it's almost like I have a board of mentors who mentor me for different things. I can reach out to them and ask for advice, ask for help whenever needed. So friends and family both have been my biggest support in this journey. Balance is a very important thing for me. And I need balance in my life every day, not like once in a week or over a period of month. And I think that's why I've created a life like this, where I work, I do quality work in the area of my passion, and also have, because my children are away, sometimes I have to travel and be with them when they need us. And so I've created a life of flexibility, of autonomy. What it means is that sometimes you have to work doubly hard because you're doing it all on your own. It's all your responsibility, nobody to pass the buck to. So you just have to do very late nights. What I try to do is to keep myself very fit for demanding schedules so that I don't feel at any time jaded, because I have to drive myself with my own energy. So I remain very self-motivated. Like I said, I'm a yoga enthusiast. I've been practicing it for 18 years and try to do it very consistently. So those are some of the things that must be in my life every day: my fitness regime, my work, and time for family. So when it comes to accomplishment, I think the biggest accomplishment is that despite relocating 10 times after marriage, I am still maintaining a career that I love working on. I mean, it's all of me is in this career. It's my passion, and I love every moment of it. But if you're talking about how it's been validated by the outside world, so I won the award for global coaching leaders, 101 top coaching leaders from World HRD Congress in 2018-19. It came as a surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I just started my consulting. So that was one. And also the appreciation that I received from the participants. So especially for the Mind Over Matter program, my participants share with me the difference it has made in their lives. Sometimes people have a very difficult life, and when they see this ray of hope through something like this, it's almost like you're a beacon of light for them. And they share with me their accomplishments, and that feels more of an accomplishment than anything else. It's very difficult for me to think in terms of regrets. I don't believe in the emotions of feeling guilty and regretful, because it's such a waste of energy. So I really tried hard to look and see if I regret anything. If anything, it could be, okay, why didn't I learn a language why didn't I learn Arabic when I was in Dubai? But other than that, I think, yeah, sure, I could have done a few things better. And now I make sure that I have my positive thinking hat on, because that's the work I do with people, to help them think positively in every moment. So I practice it, and keep trying to learn more and more as I go forward, um, and definitely not regret anything ever. The future's as bright as I can make it to be. In the pandemic, I converted Mind Over Matter into an online program. And I know similar programs across the world are so not accessible for a large number of women. So I want to reach this to many, many women, because I know it will make a difference to them. It's made a difference to hundreds of women already. So I have to learn a few more skills to market myself more. My mission is to reach 10,000 women in next couple of years, directly or indirectly. And for that, whatever I have to do, if I have to learn new skills, if I have to hire a team, if I have to hire a marketing agency, I'm going to do that. Also, I feel I've been very fortunate in life. I've got the best of everything. And I want to make sure that I give back to society in different ways. So I do a lot of pro bono work with different organizations. In the pandemic, I made sure that I gave my time, my skills, my time, and anything else that I could give to different people, so that different women especially, to help them overcome this very tough time in their lives. So all I want to do is give and be there in a useful way for society. So this is what I believe, that when you have a worthy cause, then things will come together on their own. The second thing that I believe is that all that you learn in life, whatever you learn, it comes together at a certain point, and you will use all of your skills in one way or the other. So it doesn't matter what you are learning. Don't try to plan far ahead too much. Just keep learning what seems useful to you, and someday it's going to be useful. Because like when I was managing the profit center in KPMG, my financial services background came in very useful, because I could do the budgeting, I could manage so many things easily. The third thing is that always, always, always keep learning and stay relevant. You have to stay relevant. It's not that once our children are grown away, or we have enough financially we are very comfortable, it's okay. No, we must make use of all our skills and talent in a way that it serves society. Those are the three my most important learnings that I have gathered in my life. My message to all the young aspiring entrepreneurs, especially women, is that have a target, have a goal, but focus on the present. Because if you worry too much about the outcome, your focus shifts from what you are to do today. So, and it's the journey which is really the fun. So it's the small mini successes that you get every day that make you who you are at the end of it. So enjoy every day by doing what you really like to do, and keep working towards your target. But don't worry so much about the outcome. It'll all happen. 46XX, you are doing a wonderful job of bringing out these stories. Very often when we look from outside, we think, oh, the other person has it all. What people don't know, the pain, the struggle, and the hard work that goes behind. And I think when other women see this, they'll be inspired, and they will realize they're not the only one facing all these struggles. Everybody goes through them, and they can also overcome it and make a success of whatever they are striving for. So 46XX, please keep doing this wonderful work, and I wish you all the best.
If you liked what you just saw and heard, and would like to be notified as soon as we come up with more such content, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon of our YouTube channel, or follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, or get yourself added to our mailing list by filling in a form. You will find the handles, addresses, links displayed on your screens in the description box or comments section. Thank you.